What's up, guys? Here's another update on my hydroponic deep water culture I built. As I promised, here's an update. It's been man, I've lost track. I haven't been keeping track, to be honest. I've been busy lately, but with very little care, surprisingly this thing is holding very well. The tobacco, as you see, is growing crazy, and I had to remove two of I had a tomato back there in the corner, and over here on this side another cucumber, and I moved them over here. This system, man, it's not as good as I want to say, this one here. Reason be, I would guess because plant here, they have direct contact with the reservoir, so the water is not an issue. The bubbler in there delivers all the oxygen they need, and they have all the water and the food. So far, here's what I noticed, and how the system is being regulated on its own. What it does is, I've only serviced, I want to say, this thing 3 times in a matter of, I want to say 3 weeks or so. Something like that, from seed. Everything you see here is start from seed. No cuttings, no store-bought plants or anything. Same goes for the tomatoes. That cucumber I just moved now. I just serviced it. I just serviced the systems, and where we were standing was I started these ones with 250. I want to say it was about 250 parts per million. I gave them Grow, Bloom, and Micro, and a little bit of Magical for magnesium and calcium, as it was recommended. I started them at 1.5 milliliters of each for all 4 nutrients, and I just now increased the nutrient. We also had like 3 days, I believe it was, of heavy rain, and this thing was just full of water, rainwater, which is a good thing for the plants. It has some nutrients in it that your typical, RO water or your faucet water might not have, which I guess it might have helped a little bit. So here, let's take a look at this thing, man. It's beautiful tobacco plant. This thing, by the way, it's the same age as that one right here, and you can see the difference. Look at that one, and then look at that one. I want to say it's about 2.5 times the size. And this thing, it's you know what? I haven't been feeding it either. These things are starving, to be honest. I've given them only the 250 part per million nutrient from the beginning, and then I left them on their own. And now, when I last checked, the reservoir was pretty low. We've had a couple hot days. Reservoir was, I want to say, about 3 gallons all in all. It takes 6 gallons since it's a 10-gallon container, and the maintenance is so much easier. Goodness, I'll do that again. I would recommend it to anyone. 10 gallons of reservoir, it works perfectly. That one here fits about 4, and as you see, I got some algae growing. Same thing I had on the top here with the tomato, and here's another cucumber. This one was covered by the tobacco plant, and as you see, it's been deprived by the tobacco on the light. And I've added some more pebbles to prevent the algae from growing, because it was getting pretty bad. So I don't know. I kind of I'm thinking that this system is I want to dedicate it just for lettuce. The only thing that once the hot days come in, lettuce are not as great as colder days. So I might start some more cucumbers. I just don't think the space for roots is big enough to plant as many as I was thinking of planting. Plus, I had the problem with the roots clogging up the drain valves, which, as you see now, I use some aluminum, and I cover the pots. That way I don't have any light going through, which I'm planning. I don't know, the light honestly is not penetrating back there as much, so the systems are doing great. Right now, what I just did, well, I gave these guys little less of a bloom, but equal parts of micro grow, and then about half that, to almost 3/4 of the same, 3/4 of Magical. And here's some pH, I would guess, fluctuation. It's pH burned. I haven't been pHing it as much. I just now, like I said, I added some water, and let me see if I can focus on this thing. I'm using my tablet, so it's kind of hard to hold it and do the thing. But as you see down here, this is a little baby cucumber already. There, I'm sure you can see that. And this thing is not that big. It's about 1 foot tall right now. They do look a little bit beat up because I haven't been caring for them. But other than that, I think if I do pay attention to them, they will recover easily. They're not as bad as I would, I'd say. So everything is doing well. I mean, look at the size of this tobacco, man. It's looking great so far. And I mean, this is a baby. Literally, this thing is a baby. I've grown tobacco 6.5 foot tall, and the leaves were as long as my arm. I can't imagine how big this thing is going to get. And my handy dandy little access door here keeps light out. It's doing a great job. I'm really impressed with the results so far. Very little care, and they're still growing amazingly. Now to this one. This thing looks, it shows nicer on the camera because of the white color. So this one so far, I want to say the problem with it, I don't like the fact that the reservoir, it's not connected directly under the roots. And yes, some might like the film system better. I don't prefer it because, as you see, the thickness of the PVC, it's all you're going to get as a space for your roots. And obviously, I know that cucumber, the tomatoes, they grow an insane size of roots. So therefore, we'll see how it goes. Don't forget, this is still like, I want to say about 2.5 weeks for these tomatoes. 2.5 to 3 weeks for these tomatoes. These guys about the same. I want to say about 4 days older, and they're doing way better. I probably want to say it's because of the reservoir size. So anyways, guys, I wish there was more light, but I don't have the time anymore. I've kind of been busy with work. So as you see, they're doing great though. I will, guys, give you another update probably within a month or so, so that way we can see some difference on video. Plus, I like watching my videos, and as a keeping record. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and here's one more view from the top on these guys. Hopefully, there we go. And then on the tomatoes, these guys are not doing as good as I wanted them to do. But now that I gave them a little more food, obviously they're going to pick up the pace and grow a little faster. Now, by the way, I'm giving about 620 something. So these guys, the tomatoes can handle it. I don't know about if that cucumber can handle it, but we'll see. Hopefully it won't burn from the nutrient. These guys will handle it though. These guys are doing much better. So again, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next update.